All right, Laz, it's always a good sign to see Uncle Sam getting cleaned up. Man, I can't wait to get this guy back in. So guys, just wanted to give you a quick update. A couple videos ago, when I took my mom out for donuts, I showed you guys the engine that we're putting in with this. That is going to be a 427 from Texas Speed. I cannot wait. So as soon as we get done with the Porcupotamus, we are going to be getting Uncle Sam back in, and I cannot wait to put the manual transmission in this thing and the 427. Man, it's been a long time coming. Poor old Sam's been out here getting sun bleached. Dang. Man, I always love these car keys. So much space too. Dude, I love this. This is definitely one of my favorite. Having somebody else drive and ride this, I'm telling you, the back of a Caprice, there is plenty of leg room. Laz, why don't you come and sit down?
This is big, but I like it better over here.
Whoa, we are very, very close touching.
Oh, acting like squirrel.
All right, so we're gonna have to do some crazy modifications there in order to get our shifter up in there, but
I think you're gonna lose this.
Yeah, I think so too. All right, fellas, I see we have a new addition. However, we've given them our measurements over and over again, and something doesn't seem totally right. It doesn't seem as though we have our depth correctly. That's about 1.5 inches when it's at, well, ride height, right? I'm not so comfortable with that either. I was in my head, and probably 3 inches would be more like it, but I really don't know factually. That's just been my experience of taking drive shafts off. Never really actually measured it, you know. And right now we're having a hard time trying to get part for the front. This was a little bit weird. This is what, a 17 spline from the Trailblazer SS. That piece looks like it's been dropped a couple times when he got it in from shipment, so as to straighten out the Knipex.
Dry shaft CV.
Joint, CV joint,
Yeah.
propeller shaft.
2 female spline.
All right, so that goes in
snapped in, but it's not going to get off. So.
All right, and so this is going to be like a CV style going to that. That is so weird. It's a little weird.
Holds power.
Yeah, hopefully, because we're going to throw it to it. So we're figuring this junk out little by little. It is it's definitely a mystery. So I see you guys were also cutting some of this. This is the first time we've cut this hose. This stuff is heavy. It is cumbersome. We decided to go with this because we felt that this would be the least problematic. I don't feel that we're going to have any sort of problem. This is so thick, and what is it? It's at least a 2-ply with a steel.
It's got 2 coils of steel like running around it.
It's pretty beastly stuff, though. I'm trying to keep weight off this darn thing, but man,
Keep
it's tough. Yeah, keep finding it. All right, so we had a couple of other little additions that we saw. Okay, so filter wares, and this one we got from one of the companies that we made our cold airs for the CTSV stuff. So that guy, as from the stuff that we learned on Leroy, that is going to work out quite nicely. We're going to try and make these really darn efficient. Initially, when I bought this, on the picture, I thought this was going to go over the bighorn, but no, it's not. So it's just going to go over that, but hey, we can deal. I've tested these before, and I haven't lost any power, so it is quite surprising how they work. We just need to be able to keep small bugs and birds and stuff out of there. Yeah, bigger is definitely beefier. Love that look. Yeah, I like it. It's like pantyhose on there, really. Hey, you know, I got a confession to make. Maybe I should come in for like a hug and a wrap around like squirrel. All right, so a friend of mine, he was a good buddy of mine. He's like, hey, man, I saw in like one of these like Ricer magazines or something like that. He's like, oh, yeah, if you don't want to paint your taillights. And I did this on my 85 Corvette. I was 18 years old here. I actually took pantyhose and I wrapped the rear brake lights just like that.
Pantyhose?
With pantyhose, yeah.
To get that tint effect?
Yes. Hey.
Wow.
We all have humble beginnings.
Hold on, I've heard of another pantyhose trend.
Do tell.
Pantyhose. If you're working with fiberglass, you can use the pantyhose and rub your skin. And not only does it feel nice, it'll pull the fibers out.
As you sound like you a seasoned pantyhose arm veteran. It feels real nice on my arms.
Feels nice on my arms.
Any tips on getting them off faster? Just kidding.
You're making your scoops go in your hood even bigger now.
Yes, indeed. We can have, all right, but here, on the same token, because this is so much bigger here, we don't have to rely so much on the depth because we're still grabbing more air.
But you don't want to to my pod.
Yes, yeah, you're right. All right, now we really need to figure out and get this exhaust thing going on and done. Once we can figure out where our exhaust is going to go and how that's all going to lay out, we have an idea. We'll be able to eventually get all of our stuff figured out with the, with the hood. Now,
I heard a lot of people want you to keep these.
Look, I'm getting a lot of pressure on that. I really don't want to do that for a couple of reasons. I don't like, all right, I've driven a couple cars that have had the exhaust right here, and particularly for the road course thing, looking down track where you really need to be looking and having it so blurry in your direct vision, and having driven Leroy a bunch and just how terrible the visibility is.
Those are white girl problems.
Once we can figure out the whole exhaust situation, yeah, see, I really wanted to be able to do something like, downside. We haven't totally told you guys exactly how we want to do this yet, but there's going to be an exhaust that would be open under a certain scenario, closed under another scenario. But I'm really looking forward to being able to cut open the hood and get things laid out the way that we want. We had spoke about having the heat extractor style of where the hood, the normal hood would come up like this. We're going to cut it down as far down as we can. We have to deal with this, and then we'd possibly have an extension that would go to the bottom of the intercooler, and that is going to yank out our heat. Plus, it would be able to give us a little bit more downforce right there. Really has that super aggressive road course look, but it is really, really effective. So we're keeping that heat outside the engine bay. We're going to be making a number of other things, trying to direct heat out, such as what we had done on the bed in the previous couple episodes, where we're expelling high pressure stuff and just nasty hot air. What you say?
We don't want that hot, nasty hot air in there, I can tell you that much.
I don't remember if we had said this or not. I can't remember if we mentioned it or whatnot, but ideally, this was the scenario. People were saying, hey, if you have this right here, that will go into the cabin. I agreed 100%. However, this is not going to be open under non-vacuum conditions. Under racing conditions, under heavy boost, yes, all the exhaust would come out there because we have that. We're ideally wanting to have, this is a boost actuated cutout, so that once we hit boost, this will open up, and then we're bypassing from what we were going to have as our full exhaust and then going into here. And now once that is in boost, the amount of volume of airflow coming out when this is open is a much larger plume that is coming out rather than just regular exhaust cruising 50, 60 miles an hour if we decide to take this thing on the street, which is really what we want to be able to do as well as race. The order of operations of what we have going on here is freaking nuts because we have to brainstorm and we don't want to stick something in the way that is eventually going to have to be moved. All right, so we're cutting up our coolant hoses, trying to get everything test fit. I'm doing a pretty raggedy job mounting that, of which is probably not going to be totally permanent, but just trying to get it in the area. Josh is about to cut this feller right here. Right there, you got our new trans mount. Pretty freaking sweet, brother. I like how you did that. That was 1/4 inch plate, is that what it was?
Yeah, 1/4 inch steel.
Very, very nice. And that is going to mount right here. However, we get this guy upside down right here on the adapter. For our LOJ adapter that is converting our TR6060 to our Trailblazer SS transfer case right here, this is what is going to now hold this because we didn't really have a trans mount before. So we need to be able to find some clean spots where and how to mount these, and these are going to gain a lot of weight, I would imagine, with the amount of coolant that we have there. All right, she's back in there. All right, that mount looks awesome. Whew. We got a little too much heat. Heat soaked a little too much, and my tungsten is looking like it's splitting. But I'm learning. All right, so as you're making some progress, I like your templates. I like the idea of the recycling. It's pretty freaking cool.
Well, to get the sheet metal with a nice curve in it, and then it also has a couple of unique dips and stuff.
Indeed.
I actually followed it pretty good. So the thing about ditching this little raise right here is to keep it a little bit lower in the center, but doing like a strap across there to tie these in, and then kind of start over again with the build.
I see.
To here. And then this was actual more of a brace structure, so you do have to reincorporate something in there now. Josh was talking about getting like some sheet metal square tube,
right,
and rebuilding this, and I was just kind of working on what I had right here until he gets here.
Okay. Well, it looks like a pretty good start. I see it's a very complex design.
Yeah.
This is way more difficult than what we had to do with the Miata, like by far. The Miata was basically cut and move back, and this is cut, chop, rebuild. Can I say that?
No.
No, I can't say that. This is cut, chop, replace.
Remanufactured.
Very cool, man. Looks really good, though. Definitely a puzzle all together there. This ain't the prettiest thing here, but we're making some progress. No, don't look at that. Hold on, wait, let me clean it up.
Jeremy.
Yes.
We're all friends here.
I know. And hey, I'm admittedly not a good welder. Keep the progress freaking going.
I think it looks beautiful.
Thanks, babe.
You're welcome.
You're the best.
I know. I mean, thank you.
Have ourselves a bullet mine. All right, guys. She ain't pretty. She's gonna work. We did all right. That's not enough heat right there, and that's too much heat. And it's it heat saturates. So that guy is gonna go right there, and we're gonna be able to tie these together. That will go in kind of like that. And we'll be able to make our bracket right there, and then we'll tie these two fellows together.
I do also want to point out that Jeremy decided to leave his pipes up.
As soon as you turn the corner, pipe's going down. Guys, thank you so much for the support. We wouldn't be able to do what we do without your support through our merchandise, so please check out our store. It really does keep us going, so do check that out. Check out the link in the description. So God bless you guys. Thank you so much. See you next episode. Oh, just go and get it. Dory. Torby, come. Let's go eat. Norman, come on. Jerker, you lost your catcher. Norman. Sure. All right. Ready? Norman, ready? Ready? Let's go hit Dory.